Where's the metal, bro? Alright. Whew. Hello folks, we're on 2 thrones, man. Tomorrow I got a little bit of work. I don't know. My sleep schedule is so fucked. Right, I don't know if I'm gonna stay up or try to sleep. I think I'm gonna try to sleep, but we'll see how that worked out. Didn't sleep a shitload last night, hopefully that helps. But yeah, nobody cares about that. We're on 2 thrones. The last of the Prince of Persia 3D trilogy, I suppose. The Sands of Time trilogy. Although I suppose there was a sequel with the Forgotten Sands. It was like a semi-movie tie-in thing. It's kind of similar release timing. I think it was pretty separate otherwise, but I played through that. I don't remember anything about it. I think I even did all the achievements. But yeah, so this will be, other than the originals, is the last one that I haven't played. Oh, I guess the weird semi-prequel sequel thing on the DS to the reboot. Yeah, so this is the last prep one I wanted to do before we got to the reboot, the newest reboot, the 2D Metroidvania one, which I'll play in a week or something probably. Yeah, I guess to preface this, I wasn't really big into Sands of Time. I liked some of the aesthetics. Obviously, just the visuals. Some of the visuals and stuff for the time are pretty cool. I respected the blending of platforming and action, and a lot of the cinematic kind of camera angles and stuff. But I thought it was a pretty weak platformer with a lot of jank because of camera controls, camera angles, contextual buttons. Wall runs and vertical wall runs and shit. It's really boring slog combat. High health, very low damage output, very low amounts of moves, and usually lends itself to cheese. But I respected it. Warrior Within, I hated. I just played that. Did not like Warrior Within like at all. All the same problems, but pretty much nothing improved. The combat's kind of improved, but it's still pretty shit combat that lends itself to just trying to find the easiest cheese strat you can. And since it's not super fun, it was really hey, what's up, Sharkopolis? And since it wasn't really fun in the first place, the little extra bit of irritation coming from kind of odd checkpoints and really long boss fights and stuff kind of just was like, ugh. Really shit story too. The first game had a charm, but the second game has just pretty much nothing. It goes for like this kind of pandering edge. I don't mind edge, but it just doesn't. It kind of feels like it doesn't really have a vision for what it's after. It's kind of just mid 2000s edgy, just because that was kind of the thing. So we'll see going into this. I'm hoping they improved the combat, adjusted health values, actually have smoother, more utility, more dynamic combat. It's cool being able to do flashy moves and all that kind of stuff, but if enemies have like infinite blockchains or only really can be hurt with like the most cheesy stuff. This is Prince of Persia 3, yeah. The Sands of Time trilogy. I mean, technically this is like the 6th game or something, if you count the 2D ones. But yeah, this is the last of the Sands of Time trilogy. There's like a pseudo sequel that came out when the Jake Gyllenhaal movie did, but I barely remember that. And then the reboot was what came out after this. So, and then the series has like a 10-15 year hiatus until the Metroidvania that just came out happens. But yeah, so I'm hoping from this, it doesn't have to have a lot of story, just something either simple that kind of drives what's going on, with some fun character stuff or lines or some shit. Music already seems better, so hopefully a more realized, like, audio-visual kind of vision for like the game instead of like some janitor's random metal album. Yeah, this one. Oh, that too. Hopefully this one's not as buggy. I am doing GameCube again. Because while this isn't totally blind, I don't remember much of it. I did play the GameCube version back in the day. I got the case over there and everything. So I'm like, let's play the GameCube, and I don't know the same controller I used back then, man. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts on the series so far. I'm really hoping this one has cleaner camera, better visualized obstacles. I don't need white paint, yellow paint on stuff, but unless the room is made to be a puzzle to find where I'm supposed to go, like a pathfinding puzzle, I'd rather the actual platform. I don't want tan rope on tan walls with sepia filters. That looks nice, but it's a bitch to play. And there's lots of great platformers that came out before this and after this. So it's kind of just well, it was like immediately dated. I mean, it's impressive on like a visual front for the time, but because that doesn't, other than the art direction, that the fidelity doesn't really matter as much these days. That's not enough to keep me into it. So yeah, so hopefully platforming's improved, visuals improved there. Yeah, having some kind of vision for the music and a little bit of a story. At least something that's like either funny bad or just like something like followable. It was like so disjointed and paced so poorly in the second game. It made just running through just the dingy dungeons for 90% of it kind of like extra lame. Hopefully no backtracking in this. I think the open world part of Warrior Within, or what little there was of it, was shit. Like going back through 4 or 5 platforming bits that weren't that fun in the first place was really boring. I don't know what they were thinking. And then yeah, hopefully combat, either some new abilities, some upgrades you get throughout the game, or something just a little smoother with more varying types of enemies instead of just enemies that you just kind of have to choose one way or the other. So, nice, let's get started on it. I don't know how much we'll do today, but let's get started. So I've played all of them on normal. Honestly, Warrior Within was a pain in the ass on normal, but I'm just gonna do normal again to be consistent. I wouldn't say Warrior Within was a super challenging game, but it was a very irritating game. Because most of it wasn't terribly fun.
Some are small, some are large. But his mistake, born of innocence, fueled by pride, was the greatest and most terrible of them all. Some believed when the prince journeyed to the island of time to escape death that he returned alone. The amulet destroyed, the Dahaka appeased, the empress dead. The prince was free at last. But this is not how it happened. The truth is that he chose to save me from my destiny. In doing so, he set me free. And doomed us all.
And doomed us all. They don't have Monica Bellucci voice acting her this time.
Prince.
Maybe she does, I can never tell.
Of all the possible futures, this one held the most promise that something has changed.
Do not worry, Kailina. No harm will come to you in Babylon. I promise. Look, we are nearly home.
she dead already? Good.
As our ship lay sinking in the harbor, the prince found himself in a city quite different
is she gonna be the
from the one he
narrator?
left behind. The normally busy wharves were now decimated. Blood-spattered awnings and splintered door frames were all
awesome,
the way
man.
to greet him.
Hopefully it was a decent
And
day,
the people,
brother.
merchants, beggars, fishermen, were nowhere to be found.
Oh damn, yeah, not bad, man. Sounds like a nice little
Others
gig.
had taken their place.
Chilling off, dude. Turn this down some more.
Let her go!
It's ultra loud. Last game's audio was fucked. Maybe one of those games that has really fucking loud cutscenes.
Please let me know when you're ready to hear more.
We'll let it roll for now.
Allow me to continue.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Seems like a nice, yeah, like decent pay for something that's relatively probably, you know, simple enough to get into. That was like factory work. We got paid pretty good when I worked at the factory, Walmart. Probably not very chill though. It was a pain in the ass a lot of the time.
The dockside tavern where he'd spent many late nights was now reduced to cinder.
There a subtitles? This was in the age where subtitles were kind of like not always there. Turn it up a little bit. Well, the menus and stuff seem a little crispier. Not many more options.
Armada, which he would often come to greet, lay cracked and broken, cast to the bottom of the Euphrates.
Oh, we're not in a dingy dungeon, that's for sure. In a sunlit city, so that's interesting. See how this affects everything. So far, similar controls and all that. This only came out a year after the last one, but this was also in a time period where it was a little quicker to make. Oh, cool, man. That's been fun. Any hiccups, or has it been pretty smooth going? So this came out on GameCube, PS2, maybe Xbox. It's been remastered on PC and PS3, although I think some of those, while having good FPS, have pretty fucked faces and shit. At least Warrior Within was.
Everywhere there are signs of battle. But what of Babylon's guard? Where
But
have
yeah,
they all
originally the GameCube era of games. This is the third game in the trilogy, but this series started as cinematic 2D platformers. Yeah, hopefully some of the contextual jumping and a little bit better. Hopefully the camera doesn't get too much in the way there. A lot of instances I feel like in the first game, especially the second game, where you'll try to do something that doesn't quite come out how you want because of context or camera angles and stuff.
For good, this is a fine place to start the tale next time.
I like here for this, like whispering over everything, but honestly, I'm not expecting too many crazy improvements, but really just even some fine tuning would be fine. ChatGPT asked how I should approach certain problems. For all the programmers, me. Yeah, these games were, I didn't play them really much as a kid, and obviously I wasn't too jacked into like the industry or anything. From what I understand, I mean, this is... They were considered lookers to a certain extent. Yeah, the last one didn't really have hair stuff, so... That was one of the improvements. But not that I don't know how games looked like back then, I suppose. But, yeah. Look kinda... Visuals were probably impressive then. Some of them.
Why is it that every time disaster strikes, I find myself without a proper blade? Still, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, doesn't this game have like stealth? Start the speed kill. That's new. Yeah, I kind of remember Sword of Some. So this is the only one I played a little bit of back in the day. So. And now we got a fancy camera button. Okay, that could be useful. Have you found ChatGPT to be pretty useful for that kind of thing? Or do you run into problems with it? I've not really used it much myself, just made a couple picture prompts. 0 out of 10, yeah. 3, 2, 1. 1 out of 10. What's up, Autobaki? I don't have a PC yet. Command. Looking for ASMAP programming, been getting some basic code. I'm code first, so I don't know how good it is. Okay, gotcha. Okay, same block button shit. Pedagogical. What is that? What does that mean again? Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Yeah, it seems like it. It teaches the basics pretty accurately. Why not? And if you can use it in actual projects that pertain to people's interests, probably helps a lot with learning. I feel like people probably learn better when they're interested or working on something they care about.
Kylina! No!
Oh.
No way into the city now. I will have to climb this siege tower and enter from above.
So yeah, the second game had Robert Atkin Downs, was it? But the rest of them use Yuri Lowenthal until the reboot. This brings back Yuri Lowenthal, who does like Spider-Man nowadays. Yeah. They have a lot of health, man. Yeah. Oh, you can pick shit up while you're rolling, that's cool. You get caught in some chains, man. Well, they show you the meter for your weapon now, which is cute. Yeah, your side weapons have weapon durability. At least they didn't worry with them, so keeping that mechanic. Well, enemies still take a while to kill, but it seems like there's a little bit more dodging and blocking and stuff. I didn't feel like so far I needed to just immediately start figuring out a cheese. I don't know if it still has all the same moves. Does it have the wall run attack and shit? Are they gonna keep it more? Yeah, same shit. I feel like it's gonna mostly be like Warrior Within, but hopefully they tune the enemies and the blocking evasion a bit more. Instead of having every enemy be annoying.
The others who have passed through this place, intent on bringing harm to my family. 4 weeks I've been at sea, and every day spent dreaming of... But never, in all my visions of the future, did I suspect a homecoming such as this. War. It is the only answer. But war with who? And why?
Ooh. A little bit of a cool attack from the airman. Thought they were prepping for it. I guess you just walk past them and then just land. They had those in Warrior Within, but they're kind of like big. Okay, we're supposed to like stealth them, I guess. Well, I'm not chopping people in half, so I guess it's not as violent as Warrior Within. I guess in stealth is the big new thing. How much of a nightmare the stealth is. You can time it wrong, you can't just mash it. This guy's badass.
Shall I continue my story from here? I will continue my story from here next time.
I don't know how I feel about the storyteller approach to the narrative here. I mean, I guess it's fine. It's, I guess, more style and more anything than Warrior Within had going on. But
You should know that it was not love that drove him, but duty. I was his responsibility. He had made a promise that was now broken and undone. As with all mistakes he had made, the prince meant to fix this. A noble goal, to be certain, but a selfish one as well. or he was motivated to ease his own pain.
Oh, I guess they're trying more with the story. Yeah, that turns out. Like I said, as long as it's like just simple motivator or something, like there's war and there's stuff happening, like whatever, that's fine. Maybe that's more Hollywood, but War Within's was pretty lame, so.
I know these streets. Knew them anyway. I must keep pace with Kylina if I'm to find the one responsible for this.
Turn it up a little bit.
If you require a break, by all means, take your time.
Oh, my nose, man.
Let's see.
Sand credits.
Where was
I feel like she's supposed to sound this like kind of mysterious kind of style to her when she's talking, but she just kind of sounds like she's falling asleep. I mean, it's fine, it's whatever, but I find it probably more annoying than it is cool. Well, so far it's been smooth. Not really many annoying counters. Fun little setup. Oh, cool. New platforming stuff. Definitely not like a big departure, like any huge evolutions, but there's gonna be some small stuff. It's really gonna, you know, level design and encounters and stuff. The annoying crap like that is gonna be the make or break. We'll see how flexible the stealth is, or if it's always going to be like, this is the way you need to do it. And if you don't, you have to just fight. I mean, that's fine if it ends up being some cool set pieces and platforming challenges or something. It's nice this is a here whenever you want, I guess, to see what's going on. I don't know how useful it's going to be. The angle's kind of questionable. Area looked like a little flexible with the stuff. Not much, but I could stealth kill him. I'm surprised that he didn't hear me earlier. It's funny, they have some of the same slow-mo kill cams, but you don't cut them in half, so they just kind of fall over. That's been fun so far, though. Dropping your sword's not probably good. This knife really does shit.
Should I continue? Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Saving still takes about 10 fucking years. got stealth now. Stealth kills. Another funny little thing that most AAAs have nowadays too. Is simple stealth, right? Another thing that maybe at this time simple stealth would be pretty neat. It's super played out now in the AAA world. I don't mind it in this so far. But we just gotten started.
Where is kind Asha?
My controller battery coming up.
Stall selling fruits and flowers.
Lost some inputs there. I don't know the last time I changed my Wavebird's batteries. So.
All gone.
These are old controllers, so they actually, the batteries last for like 10 zillion years. Instead of like 6 hours like a DualShock. And you can't check like the battery. Usually you can kind of check the battery like by how bright the light is, I think. It's more when it's just fucked. Can I jump to this? Yeah, it's funny how much the blueprint of the old Prince of Persia trilogy is that a modern third-person action AAA game. Not to say they're in the same league or anything. I mean, they're not super handholdy or pissies or anything, but there's a lot of light stealth, light action, focus on visuals, and auto platforming and stuff like that, or linear platforming. Couldn't say auto, that would make it seem like it's just super easy. Nowadays you'd have this kind of like jumping in a game, but like you couldn't fail it anyway. Or they mesh it with like shooting or something else.
Shall I continue I will continue.
The platforming is more of like a core part of it too. I feel like in a lot of AAA nowadays it's a little bit of everything. Like, oh, here's the part where you platform for 30 minutes and then you go back to shooting, or here's, like Uncharted or something. It's like a pace breaker. Same with like the stealth. Like there's not much depth to it. They're just like little pace breakers.
Home.
Ends up making the whole thing feel pretty watered down.
I remember. Objects once familiar and comforting now fill me with uncertainty and dread. What has happened?
Can you still do the wall thing? You can. God, these archers, man.
I am happy to wait. I have all the time in the world. Now, where did I leave off?
He's just waiting, man. I like the enemy speed. and like types, like with ranged guys, you kind of have to play around and dodge a little bit more, I think, about the environment. It's not like some crazy evolution of the combat, but I find it a bit more methodical in a way that's actually a touch more interesting to play around with, instead of just like, here's 30 dudes, and your guy barely has any like control of what he's doing. You're just fucking spamming cool guy moves. Dagger in the plate. Oh, cool. That could easily disappear if they introduce different enemies with different enemy densities. Those shutters are jacked, man. What the fuck? Spring loaded. What, Radlos? Definitely gotta wait for the glow. If you try to like guess ahead of time when it's gonna happen, if you're really efficient, it's actually worse for you. I wonder how dominant the stealth will be. And I'd rather have to do stealth with basic stealth kills than probably actually do Prince of Persia combat. Especially because it means there might be like platforming puzzles to figure out how to get to these guys. Oh yeah? How much is a month of Ubisoft Plus? Yeah, it looks fun, man. Like I saw like one little combo video and it looked really fluid and there's a lot of style potential. I'm looking forward to playing it. Yeah, I won't probably have it on gameplay for another week or something. The physical version's coming out a little later for some reason on there. Oh, is that shit 60? Holy. Yeah, 18 a month is quite a bit for Ubisoft. But the thing is with one of those that doesn't have many games, is you could shell out once, blast through most of their catalog, and then be done. Like with me using Gamefly and Game Pass over the years, when I did PS Plus, I got through everything in PS Plus I wanted to play in like 2 or 3 weeks. As long as you don't stay, as long as you don't stay subbed, right? But yeah, way better than 16. These guys don't hear very good, do they? It's cool you can like wall run out of this stuff. I like in Wary of Attendant stuff is a bit more rigid in what you can do. Being able to wall run out of more shit. Oh, you can stealth. Get that out. Not that this is like super free flowing or like dynamic or anything. They just let you like have certain things where you can hold R and wall run out of. But I mean, if you're gonna put in new platforming, have it like feed into other basic bread and butter shit's good.
Recovering from my time away, or sitting with father. Instead, I'm forced to run and hide, sneaking about like a common thief, hunted in my own city.
What's up, Archer? Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'm too much more quiet than normal. Get your money's worth, yeah. I'm trying to think of some other stuff that Ubisoft would have on there. You don't care about Far Cry. If Young and Evil 1's on there. It's like the Ubisoft one, or the Rayman games. Like Legends and shit. Origins. I was trying to wall run above it. And my guy wall runs into a chair and it explodes. I thought it would either stop me or he'd go above it. Yeah, this stealth kill again. Yeah, it looked like it was a good looking game, but yeah, I heard it was kind of just like
I should be resting now.
Your usual
time away.
Bland.
Instead, I'm forced to run and hide.
AAA kind of checklist game.
Hunted in my own city.
Okay, there's like little things to have to find and grab here. They don't feed you here, you know, by the feed you by the hand, but you have to find little bits of the environment. Trying to figure out how to get the easy stealth kill approach. Yeah, I can't say I'm too interested in playing that one ever. I haven't watched Avatar 2. I don't have like a problem with Avatar, I'm just not like super jacked into the world. I liked the original Avatar back in high school. I don't even know if it would now.
Should I continue for good?
Yeah, the all-timer. I mean, it made the most money, right? Was it still the highest grossing movie ever? Accounting for like inflation or something? I don't remember. Or is that like for a Marvel movie now? Not anymore. Those Marvel movies don't make as much. Like Endgame or something. Apparently Avatar 2 made a lot of money, but I don't know anybody who watched. That's like the meme, right? Can't find anyone who ever watched that movie, but apparently it sold a shitload. Avatar is still #1. Gotcha. Okay, new kinds of traps, good. Really made that much, that's crazy. I don't know, I'll watch the second one maybe when the third or the fourth one are around or something. Oh yeah, it's like a 3-hour movie. No, length doesn't bother me too much as long as the pacing's okay.
But this tale is far from over.
Yeah, you gotta randomly put traps in the middle of your Babylonian city here.
me to
for no reason, and they have to be like feasible for someone to get past for some reason as well. That's always funny. You'll see like a movie, it's like a bunch of like lasers or something in like a vault, and it's like, why not just make like a wall of lasers, right? Get a kick out of that. That's just for the fun, right? In games, it's easier to like suspend your disbelief. It's fun. It's a little funnier in movies, though.
Pay attention to what the prince overheard.
Like real people doing it.
To where I was being kept.
Most of them are probably inebriated. Gotta watch it again eventually. Yeah, it's probably a pretty nice CGI display.
Shall I continue I will continue my story from here next time.
Bear, seek lust. So there's a dude up here.
Many years ago, I journeyed with the Maharaja of India to the island of Time, intending to claim its secrets. What we discovered was a barren, ruined place, its halls deserted, and its guardians gone to sand. Adorned its walls. An empress of time. But of this enigmatic creature, there was no trace. We returned to India with treasure nonetheless. A staff, a dagger, an empty hourglass covered in jewels, and books. Such secrets they contained.
Oh. Thought we were gonna get a speed kill. I was waiting for the speed kill display, but that's not what that was for.
Many years ago, I journeyed with the Maharaja to the island of Time, intending to claim was a halls deserted, its guardians gone to sand. Strange tales on its walls which spoke of an empress of time.
Oops, I pressed Y again. So those, almost every single time I've had to jump off of those, I've had to press Y. To the point where it's almost like muscle memory now after doing them. You actually press A, unless it's a speed kill, then you press Y.
Many years ago, I journeyed with the Maharaja of India.
I'm like listening to this guy talk, so I'm not like paying that much attention. I think you could press A either way, actually, because he grabs him Y or A. Might as well just always do A.
Of this enigmatic creature, there was no trace. We returned to India with treasure nonetheless. A staff, a dagger, an empty hourglass covered in jewels, and books. Such secrets they contained. For even then I was an older man and knew that my time would soon be at an end. The book. But it required the essence of the Empress herself. The power of the sand. But you were gone. They were gone. I turned my attention towards other pursuits and left that dream behind. But then, 4 weeks ago,
who is
the dagger
talking?
Stirred and showed me things. Whispered to me in my sleep. It drew me here, towards Babylon. Alas, the Maharaja did not share my vision, would not grant me leave. So I slew him and claimed his kingdom, his army for my own. Nothing would stand between me and my desire.
Okay. Well, at least they got that exposition covered. It's handled, man. We got the story now. Some guy knows about the Sands of Time and the Empress, conveniently. And now he's laying siege to it all to get power.
He drew his weapon and charged forward, intending to rescue me. It was as if he had learned nothing from his past adventures. Or perhaps he'd simply forgotten, made blind and deaf by fear and rage. This is how it happened. This is how I died.
No!
What have we here?
The Vizier!
Ah, you must be the Prince of Persia. Come home at last. Too late, I'm afraid. I believe I have something of yours.
No! Kylena!
Are these Zeus's is this the pantheon here of this game? The bosses?
I will be immortal!
Father, forgive what I have done, wherever you are.
No time control is back.
The palace is falling! Run for your lives!
Poor bastard. What? Oh yeah? Pretty funny? Funny bad or just fucking bad? Maybe I'd know it. Wonder if there's different endings in this game too.
This is a fine place to start the tale.
Hopefully not. Right, yeah. Wait. This one, man. You guys think you could make it past these traps in reality? Are you bad enough? mean, obviously not the wall running part, but anything that required a brisk jog to get past. The Resonator Miskutonic. No, I've not heard of that one. Foreign film? That sounds like a shitty Tubi movie or like a foreign indie flick or what? My man's got the fucking shit ingrained in his fucking arm, Jesus. Look nasty. Okay. To sound cool maybe. Camera work's been better, but it might be because the areas are more well lit and colors are more distinct. Really? What sucked about it? Wish these were like quick saves, man. Like it's nice having them here, and it's like I always want to like heal as often as I can. Takes a good long while to save, man. A solid half a minute. Sometimes I'm saving every few minutes, so it adds up. Guess that's a little, the damage is way lower. Guess that's a little modern game thing, that's nice, right? Quicker saving and seamless saving and shit. Oh yeah. Yeah, really shitty like effects. I don't need like crazy effects and stuff to enjoy something, you know? Like some people need like a bunch of explosions and stuff. But I'll tell you what, yeah, bad effects will take you out of it, no doubt. I'd rather some clever way to like not have to use effects than actual just bad effects. Unless it's trying to be like funny bad. That's a lot of damage. Yo, 10 sand credits, bros. Hype. Is that better or worse than artwork? Depends on what I can buy with sand credits. Something tells me these sand credits are just for buying artwork. We'll see.
Once more the wheels of suffering are set in motion by my hand. In taking Kylina from the island of time, I've changed the course of history. Without the sands of time, I never journeyed to Azad, never killed the Vizier. Now he lives again, driven by the same mad desire. I promised no harm would come to her.
Should I continue for good? This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Low budget Lovecraftian. I mean, I like Lovecraft. Lovecraft tends to be most effective in like books because it's about imagination and not actually seeing threats, and lends itself to the incomprehensible eldritch thing but better. I mean, low budget would work with Lovecraft for sure. Because you wouldn't probably have a bunch of CG monsters.
To the palace and further from my.
Tell me when you want to hear more.
Alright, the voices are still pretty quiet. I'm gonna turn up the volume again, and then we'll turn down anything that's too loud. At least the voices are separate. I think in the last game, music was tied to voices for some reason.
My enemy. My arm! What's happening? What has the Vizier done to me? I don't... Oh!
Everything had come full circle. The prince had resurrected his greatest enemy. Worse, he had accidentally delivered me into the man's hands, unleashing a nightmare plague across Babylon. As if this was not enough, the prince had nearly been transformed by the sands himself. Though he had avoided death, he had not escaped entirely untouched.
Wake up, Prince. Wake up. Wake up.
It's ripped. The fucking...
The way behind you is gone, so you will have to find another exit from these sewers. Be quick about it.
When they put a save right next to you when there's dialogue going off. I guess I should just wait it out. We'll see if it actually interrupted or not. Well, they definitely took some kind of criticism from Warrior Within. There is a save point every 3 minutes in this, man. To the point where it's kind of actually annoying. Or you wish there was more of like an autosave thing going on.
Who's there?
Where then you could get like 20-30 minutes in between shit. Which for the sake of challenge isn't a big deal, but
slick. Mind your balance.
it's not very fun. To have to redo anything in that because it's none of the situations are that fun to Warrior Within in the first place.
Good, good. Head down.
Maybe people like that one because everybody who doesn't like the rest would already stop watching them. The Udawara Ramono syndrome. Herbert West. Yeah, I read Herbert West, the Reanimator. That's a cool story. About a guy who's kind of like reviving people.
Oh, they do not seem to like the light.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, well, monsters. They don't like the light.
Lead them into the light! Strike while they are blind!
They're being blind, they still attack a lot. Yeah, I was gonna say the voice. I mean, is it better or worse than having some random like Chicago accent that most of the a bunch of games will give the dude talking in your mind? Thinking of like Penumbra. He's got this like Boston or like Chicago thing going on. I don't know, we'll see. He seems just kind of playing him nice. I think once we find out what's going on, we'll figure out why it's called Two Throne. The Shadow Man on the cover. I remember you do like turn into a different form at some point. I don't know if it's supposed to be like into Warrior Within. Or if it's different. I gave like a whip. Probably what this deal on his arm is about. I definitely prefer the extra camera angles. The door just opened. Why? Yeah, I haven't read all the Lovecraft stuff, but I do enjoy them. But I haven't watched many or played many adaptations. For like one game, the newer Call of Cthulhu game. There's an old Call of Cthulhu game that's supposed to be an interesting bit of jank. There's like The Color of Outer Space or some shit with like, I think Nicolas Cage. Movie. There's so much Lovecraft shit. I mean, I guess I've played all sorts of stuff inspired by Lovecraft. Like it's pretty rare that much really gets it. Just like, whoa, there's people that look like fish and tentacles. Jesus, dude. The edge never ended. Breeze of anguish.
Call it what you will, Prince, but you have been given the ability to destroy your enemies. Now use it.
What benefit is this? Even as I fight them,
Kill them then. Their lives replay.
Jesus, I can barely hear this shit.
By all means, take your time.
And also, this guy's voice sounds really lame and like low quality on top of.
Finish yours. Be as good as it not.
Watch the sound effects actually be voice volume this whole time. Why would you use anything other than the chains, man?
Ah, I knew you had it in you.
I assume this is not permanent?
It is, if you want it to be.
I do not.
But you will.
Nice combo, dude. So you can die from it? It's pretty lame. Well, there's not much I can do then, man. Already in a death situation. So what did they just bring back the thing from Warrior Within? You're like constantly losing life. I guess in this it's supposed to be that he's like probably better, stronger combat or something.
What have I become? A sand monster?
Call it what you will, Prince, but you have been
God,
given the
the
ability
audio
to
is
destroy
always
your
so shit
enemies.
in these games.
Now use it.
What benefit is this? Even as I fight them, I grow weaker.
Kill them then, and their lives replenish yours. It's good, isn't it?
I can
It
barely
is,
hear their
if you
voices.
want it to be,
I do not.
but you will.
Well, we're getting some new move tech, I guess. It's fun to go out, mash here. I mean, the combat in these games sucks no matter what, so it's more about how much I have to do and the pacing of it.
Happening to me.
You have been infected by the sands of time, as I am sure you have noticed. Maybe it's the dagger. Maybe it's all the time you spent amongst the sands. Or amongst the Empress. Either way, you are resisting it. Mostly.
Mostly?
You did just transform into something rather unique, so I think the word is quite appropriate. Think of it this way. You have been given a gift. You're stronger, faster.
Uglier.
Now.
That explains the transformation.
Jesus, this voice acting.
Have you not realized? I am your untapped potential, your unrealized dreams.
The voice quality itself, the audio quality.
You were inside me?
Just sounds like cheeks, man. If you can even make it out over the rest of the sound effects. It just sounds kind of corny, man. It's not particularly evil or anything. It's just kind of like some guy talking. What am I trying to do here? Cutscene. You touch water. If it's going to come in at scripted moments, I mean, considering there's platforming just for it, you'd think so. But with the health drain, you'd think it'd be like a gameplay choice. So maybe it's both. Fucking enemies have so much health in this series, man. I guess if you're using your main in this game, the offhand doesn't shit.
Interesting.
Interesting. was over here. This looked like it was a side area, but there's like nothing going on, so might be main. Nope. Side area and nothing going on. Nice move, yeah. A little odd. Oh. I just fucking dropping. There's side health shit again. I wonder if there's a true ending locked behind it this time too. It's always good to get. Somehow doubt there is it'll be as difficult as Warrior Within, but good to have it. Why wouldn't there be? I don't know. There are so few upgrades in the last game. I'm just cutting it all together and just attempting maybe balanced fights around a set amount of health or something. Especially if you like regen your health from special mode. I'm curious more, not that upgradable health is back, more if there's going to be anything else. It's just going to be health. Hopefully there's more than just health, but that's not a big deal.
Shall I continue my story from here if you are good? This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Well, hopefully they're not super hard to miss. Game's definitely visually got a bit more, you know, brightness, all that kind of fun stuff, so. Areas don't seem super cluttered visually, but some of it might just be lighting, not really color work.
Something dark. The 7 years spent on the run had embittered the prince and made him hard. This burden sustained his other half, gave it strength. The prince was tempted to do as it said, for it was a light in the darkness, offering comfort and guidance to a man who had just lost everything. But what were its intentions? Why did it happen? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. He's hard now, man. He's become very hard. Another one. These need to be almost autosaves at this point. There's so many of them.
I will continue my story from here next time.
I said I don't mind there's a lot of them. I mean, not like any particular section super interesting to redo, but they take forever to do, man. But man, I'm not about to start skipping them. This guy knows how the actual checkpoints are.
Babylon. It's so far far away.
The four
As a
thingies.
child, Father would tell me stories
Pay
of...
attention. Something's happening down there.
Is that... It's the Vizier! He has been completely transformed.
Interesting. He has used the power of the sands to transform his army. And these artifacts will allow him to transport them across the city with ease. He appears to be in complete control. Things do not look too good for you at the moment.
I will not let the Vizier have Babylon. My city. My throne!
My throat.
He has used that beam as a gate. We will follow him through it.
The sand gate guard. I just got tighter or what? I don't think so. Jesus, dude. Got enough fucking fancy moves there, my guy?
What's happening?
Just a
Well, that
stab
certainly
something.
went according to plan, did it not? You really should know by now that entering portals made of sand only leads to trouble.
I will simply have to resort to a more traditional form of transport.
Hopefully with greater success.
Why did that just give out? Oh, it's because that thing is turning way quicker.
Separate them into two groups. Send the weak ones to the workshop. Strong must go to the palace and arena for changing.
Somebody help us!
Somebody help us. What is this shit, man? It's funny, man, even though this one isn't the cool edge one, he probably does more fucking stunts in this than he did in Warrior with them. The weapon has some use. Love the spring-loaded shutters, man. Can launch you. What the fuck? These bow guys, man. Combat's still not very fun, but at least not been a pain in the ass, and I guess you got the stealth up and. It's like 2 steps from just mashing anyways. It's just auto for now. Oh, I don't know when I'm supposed to chain swing. I didn't see any timing for that.
Wonderful. Do we not have enough to deal with already?
Is there anything going on here, though? Infinite respawns, man. Yeah, looks like it. This, it seems like you don't get locked into a combat view either, which is nice. That was horrible in Warrior Within. I mean, there's still a little bit of that auto magnetized combat for sure. It's not going to exist, but I don't know if it only starts happening once you've like attacked. I'll have to double check. Or if it's
Are you sure you can control this thing?
The sound fucking balance is so bad.
If I crash, it is the end for both of us.
The prince!
I had the sound effects turned down super low too.
And so once more the prince began the journey home, his mind afire with visions of the justice he would visit upon the vizier.
Jesus.
Be vigilant.
This shit. Press A to speed up. That boost.
Turn right.
Hello? Why did it give out?
Turn right.
Oh my god, you can't even like barely touch the sides, dude. This won't be fucking annoying as shit, I'm sure.
You have done well, Prince. though I am sure it was not intentional.
He's starting to shit talk him a little bit more.
Watch out! That was close. Behind that column.
It's funny, this is another AAA thing nowadays too. The companion that never stops talking, telling you what to do and shit like that. Like it's like the bracelet, or like, you know, the head attached to the hip and like God of War.
The once bright and vibrant streets of Babylon now stood all but
Another fucking
deserted.
blueprint for
Its
some of the worst shit
inhabitants either
nowadays.
dead or fled. Those
Fine
left
enough here,
behind
but
suffered
it's funny
terribly,
how it's so shit now.
captured, tortured, and transformed. But the prince did not notice this. So focused was he on the vizier.
My man's got sick yumps, dude. Like in this, it's not constant talking or anything, right? Like it is in a lot of AAAs nowadays, but it's just the same kind of like, you know, chatter or partner that's constantly chattering or something along the whole journey. And a lot of AAAs like to do to kind of keep you in the story. Like even during gameplay, we have to have a story, right? So there's just like millions of lines of dialogue. And in some cases, like in
Oh, good. Your opinion means a great deal to
the
me.
medium, it actually like.
Is that how you thank the man who just saved your life?
First, you did not save my life. I did. Second, you are not a man. Just a disembodied voice. A ghost. And third, I never asked for your help, and I certainly do not need it.
While I admire your bravado, you would be wise to show some respect.
And you would be wise to keep quiet. You are distracting me, and we are no longer alone.
His voice is so shit though. I don't know who did the voice, but it's got this weird like filter on it that makes the audio quality sound even worse than it is. And there's just like zero charisma or like fun in it, man. He's not like scary. He doesn't sound like terribly like tricky, like a tricky devilish kind of like voice in your head. And doesn't sound like spooky or intimidating. Just like some guy with like low audio quality talking. I don't know, maybe they'll sell us on the character.
Is this
We'll see.
where I should resume the good? This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
Go! Put him with the others.
Why are you doing this? We have done nothing wrong.
Save your crying for someone who cares.
I should do something.
These guys are.
Go ahead, fall to your death. That will be of great use to them.
Why am I always stuck with guard duty? Hell, patrol this burned-out hovel. Waste of my time.
See myself in here. I don't think you can break shit. What was the point of that? Like there's gotta be something in there. They're actually like optional enemies?
Tell me when you have time to hear more.
Okay. There's only one ending. I was like, is there like optional kills where he's like, he's a good guy or he's a bad guy if he helps his people or some stupid shit? So I'm supposed to be helping? Can I help them? I have no idea. Maybe I get down there from here. I don't know how linear and much extra side shit there is. I mean, so far it's just been the health stations and some chests here and there, but... Like the wait. This guy gonna turn back around, man? Jesus. Christ, dude. That guy just was fucking staring at me for like 10 hours, man. What kind of fucking stealth pattern is this? Let's hope he doesn't turn back anytime soon. He's already turned back. Why does he not spend as like even half as long looking over there as he does this track? I guess I'm supposed to kill this guy while he's looking away. Are these like not even in sync? That'd be funny. Just like fucking just fuck. One of these combos if they just break out of them. Seriously, I do one hit. There's like no combo confirmed.
Well done, Prince. Your inaction has allowed them to call for reinforcements.
There we go. Infinite, you just have to kill them quick enough, like a DPS race. DPS race with enemies who just inconsistently start blocking out of nowhere. The classic's still pretty good. Seems like it. $100 sand credits. Wow. Wow. How do I help this guy? Getting his ass beat for like 10 years or... Was I supposed to help him like before or something? I figured after we like destroyed the place that'd be enough, man. Let's see what you get. Okay. He just like slightly mentions it in the game's been like ultra linear, so why would I assume there's even like a side thing? Now we know, I guess. I didn't see a way to get over there, but... Unless it's just for flavor, that guy's getting his ass beat, maybe. I don't really care. Let's move on. I don't know what these sand credits are for. Considering I didn't see anything.
Where did I leave off?
Spend them on. I wouldn't be surprised if it's back in the other menu to buy shit. The main menu. Much for that flip. That still does obscene amounts of damage.
Careful, these creatures seem to feed off the sands. Kill them before they steal any more from you.
Whoa, sand credit. I guess we could save and go to the title screen and see what you do. It's probably like you unlock artwork with certain amounts of credit or whatever. You could replay it multiple times to buy all the artwork or something. Let's see, maybe not. Maybe it's red orbs. Considering you don't get them from enemies, I doubt it's like red orbs. So.
Onward and upward, Prince. Hurry to the palace and...
Oh, I don't think I was supposed to hang off the side of that.
Onward and upward, Prince. Hurry to the palace and reclaim your throne.
I'm moving as fast as I can. What do you suggest? That I grow wings and fly?
One can always dream.
Hilarious. I was hoping you could jump off and just grab that anyways. You'd have to actually be able to free swing then. Because you just grab it and it just shoots you in like one direction. You know? It look bizarre otherwise. It's transforming back and forth so goofy. To see how the pacing is. See if we've already seen 90% of what the game's gonna play like. Or if they got more. We got the new whip form and stuff. I mean, it's still the same fucking combat, but
Babylon's defenders
stealth is
still
cute.
live.
It's not like
City is
deep
not
stealth or
yet
anything, but it does let you
Perhaps
avoid
fathers
combat, which is a nice reward
Should I
because
continue
combat
from
sucks.
here when you read? I will continue my story from here next time.
I don't know about the chariot thing. I doubt they made it just for one section, so I'm sure that'll pop back up. It's fine so far. Definitely a bit more of a focused story. And it's pretty Hollywood, but I mean,
Among them.
straight to the point. The bad men and the bad men's generals doing a bad thing, and we gotta go and beat them all up. Press Y again. I did not press Y on these at all.
What is this? Someone helping us. Who is there? You have done me a great service. Show yourself, that I might thank you.
God, these animations and shit.
So very strange.
It's so stiff looking.
I wonder. No, it is silly to think such things.
Weird. They look like Yankee, all the animations in these cutscenes. They always have in this trilogy, but I like other stuff in the generation. I mean, like Silent Hill's got pretty smooth stuff in like the third game, and I mean maybe because like Mario's a bit more exaggerated and stuff. That looked fine. When Beyond Good and Evil came out, that looked fine. Like when they get zoomed in and they try to have like the nuanced eye movements and stuff, they look kind of dog shit. It's not a big deal or anything. It's just trying to think of like the standard at this point.
Well, that was entertaining.
Oh god. Dude, he is. He's like the proto-quip guy here, man. Maybe they can shoot him and he's just hanging on a fucking ledge, man. Are you kidding me? I don't even think he'd have an angle. Okay, all these guys lose interest. Am I gonna have to figure out a way to jump over there? Nice. God, Jesus Christ. Fucking nightmare of jank. Like, I was like fucking up in the air, just floating and shit, trying to do like the down strike and stuff. Need to block more with these guys.
No more rooftops.
Indeed. Irritating little detour.
Yeah, man, this
Let us be on
farmhouse is
with
like...
it. Head down to street level and we will
This
look
was
for a way
ahead
to
of its
regain the
time in some of the
rooftops.
worst ways, man.
You are an insistent inner voice, aren't you?
The quippy, wisecracking, annoying, talk way too often, cinematic partner here. Along with the simple stealth, a lot of platforming. The only thing it's missing is the actual open world part. I mean, in this it's much more palatable than like the AAA game, but it's funny how a lot of that DNA is here. It's even funny because it's Ubisoft, which is like some of the worst about that shit. Bidding. Okay, now we're chopping dudes in half. Yeah, wouldn't realize that before. I guess they didn't want you to do it when they were flesh and blood. You get a different rating when they're made of sand. Yeah, I'd say like the cities of Babylon's probably a bit more. So there's a good change of pace, I guess, from where within it stands at the time. It's definitely got a bigger scale kind of Hollywood feel to it too, but it's different. It's fine. Oh, let's be on that. Well, glitch-wise, it doesn't seem to have as much audio problems there. Not getting like music or sound cutting out. I mean, the general sound quality sounds kind of shitty, but all good.
Shall I continue my story from here if you are called away? Good. This is a fine place to start the tale next time.
I don't like the looks of this. This thing was once a man. He was there when Kylena died.
To keep going. Start it down. camera
Go
going
for the
all over
eyes,
this.
Prince. He cannot kill you if he cannot see.
This music sounds like they're going for like a God of War thing, man. You didn't time it right, right? At least with QTEs or possible difficult QTEs, it's kind of cute to be able to rewind them a bit. Where am I going? Just leap of faith and. When did the God of Wars come out? I'm gonna check. There wasn't really. I don't remember. I don't think there was any QTEs in God of War 1 and 2. Or in Prince of Persia 1 and 2. God of War, there's QTEs from the first one. God of War 2 was 2005. Or God of War 1 is 2005, excuse me. God of War 2 is 2006. This released in 2005. This released about 6, 7, 8 months later. I wonder if this God of War kind of is what like popularized QTEs. Wonder if this was like, hey, we're gonna do it too. Because the stealth is like, you know, you could say that's just like, you know, you have to have like a little QT prompt, skill timing to skip bigger combat sections or something. And with the rewind, it's, you know, maybe a little cuter than your average QT, but in this, it's just like raw boss fight QT shit.
Very good.
There's not any other option.
Good. You have robbed him of his sight. Now bring him to his knees.
Yes, that. It's too top. See that one shot, yeah. Why wouldn't he, right? Prince of Persia. Yeah, some goofy boss with mystery attacks, swinging wildly at one shot, yeah. Insane fucking range, dude. Jesus, you can't even just outrun it. You're like running as far as you can, man. See, they've outdone themselves with the bosses as usual. At least this kind of incorporates platforming, I guess. I'm trying to think like a way we could even like run past or get away from that stupid sword.
There was once a man. He was there when
now we have unskippable cutscenes in this one. Cool. How do you go from skippable cutscenes to not skippable cutscenes one game later?
Tell me when you.
Very interesting. God, I hate the sound balancing in this piece of shit, man. Fucking assault on my ears always in these games. Things I've already adjusted it quite a bit. So I think the cutscenes are just like, I mean, it's like that's an fuck sound mix. But
Go for the eyes, Prince. He cannot kill you if he cannot see you.
those cutscenes kind of being separate from the rest of the audio. That definitely happens. Games even nowadays. Camera work is
If you require a break, by all means.
rough. It's a really zoomed out for something you're actually supposed to time stuff with. I mean, it does pop, like, change the screen and add filters and stuff, but it's hard to really see the details of what's going on. That's another thing, I guess. God of War did pretty well too. The old one, up close and personal, kind of over the top, violent, kind of QTE sequences like this.
Let's see.
So I'm not a massive God of War 1 and 2 guy. They definitely did a lot of good stuff.
You have robbed him of his sight. Now bring him to his knees.
Let's try to just like do the Ganon. Stay under and back behind him. Or not. Nice camera.
He can no longer see you. Move in and attack him directly.
This camera's atrocious, man. Oh, an epic QT finisher, brother.
His legs, Prince. Cut them.
Horrible sound effects. The voice is like way too late for what's happening. He's already dead. That guy's talking about cutting his legs.
We are free, hero.
It does make you respect God of War a little bit more.
Keep away from me!
Like I said, those can get a little... They can drone on a little bit with some of the level design, and the combat's pretty basic, but... They're good games. They're solid, the old ones are. And Tree's really cool. God, the sound, man. All this crazy shit, and then they just cut it for the...
From here next time.
For the fucking sound, for the save here. Yeah, it's interesting seeing this game like 6 months or so after God of War, and then like all of a sudden it's got big bosses with horns going off and you know, QTEs, crazy bullshit like that, you know. I wonder if it took influence from that at all. 6 months nowadays, you'd probably not, but this was a year afterward. I mean, it's fine. I don't have like a problem with it, but it's the execution's a little iffy. But I wonder if the after God of War 1 they're like, shit, maybe we need a. There's like big third-person action games and stuff. They felt any heat. Yeah, Yuri Lowenthal. He did the original Prince of Persia, Sands of Time. I guess that's not the original, but they only changed his VA for the second game. That was it. Those took so long, I thought they weren't actually traps. Yeah. I was like, oh, I guess they're not traps. They look like traps.
The prince fled from the arena, embarrassed by the unwanted attention, fearful that they might realize he was becoming a sand monster.
Great, we lost. I'm running out of time, so I need to go quickly. I really don't like the draining health on this ship. Always just kind of annoying. It was pointless and stupid in the second game. Like, if you want me just to, like, have different platforming stuff on a timer, different platforming challenges on a timer, it's like, there's probably better ways to do it. A hidden one back here. I guess it's fine. Whatever. I mean, as long as they give you, like, health and shit. It's one of those, like, I don't mind the timer, I guess. Like resource based, and you can be kind of in like a dead situation.
The prince fled from the arena, embarrassed by
and all it is just a reason to use the chain.
Fearful that they might realize he was becoming a sand monster.
Maybe at some point they'll like.
But something targeted him. The freed citizens believed he had come to rescue them. That people, his people, now lived when they should have died. This was just an accident. His thoughts had been only of reaching the vizier and exacting revenge. Perhaps now the prince would remember he once fought for something other than his lost honor. It was simply too soon to tell.
Okay. Oh, we have to be quick. Great. But yeah, I wonder if at some point they'll actually have like, they'll just let you use the chains whenever the fuck you want. You're always going to have these scripted sections that mix it up. Well, I guess it mixes up the platform. It's not a big deal. One of those, like, I feel like it's just to, like, give you different platforming pace breakers or mix-ups, but the health part kind of just feels like it's kind of in the way. It's just kind of like an extra annoyance. More than it is, like, an interesting kind of timer to think about. Shoot every time, so. Yeah, I don't know why they changed him in the second game. Yeah, these cutscenes are really fucking loud, dude.
Well, look at that.
Farah!
How do you know my name?
Yes,
I eagerly await your response.
I have heard tales, wondrous tales of a beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Princess
It's not
of
edgy
India,
enough, but
one who has traveled to Babylon seeking to punish an evil vizier who has caused her great distress.
See? Now she's going to kill us.
How in the world have you managed to survive this long? Good luck, stranger.
Yeah, who knows? I mean, he does have kind of a more young sounding voice. Got a save point this time. Okay,
Shall I continue? Good. This is a fine place to start the tale.
But yeah, I don't know. They just got him back after the second game. It's funny and interesting seeing that kind of voice actor, how they handle changing voice actors in the West compared to like the East or something. Like in Japan they rarely like change a VA, right? Like Principers, they'll just change it just because it's like it's slightly more edge or something, right? mean, he sounded pretty similar still. I thought he was Yurlowenthal for a bit in the second game, but...
I'm impressed.
Oh, yeah. Weird that they would change it at all, though. I don't really understand it. Like I said, his voice wasn't that different in Warrior Within in the first place. Fucker turning around, man.
She called me stranger. She remembers nothing of our past together.
Because it never happened. You know, no sands of time, no Azad. You get the vizier, but you lose the girl. It doesn't matter. We're better off without her. Or have you forgotten? Maybe a few arrows in the back will help stir your memory.
We must catch up with her.
Fair enough. Though I suspect you and I want very different things from the girl.
God, who is voicing this random? Yeah, definitely got AAA energy, man. The fucking, all the talking and some of the wisecracking. Double kill. Jesus, man, how long are these combos going for? And that shit'll light up before he's even like pulled his arm back half the time. I'm like looking at the dagger just to go for that, but they're such quick stabs that a lot of time he's not really winding up for long. Wait for this guy, I guess. Eye of the Storm Power. Hello? Where is there a switch? Where's the switch? Rick Miller. Sounds familiar, but not quite sure. game with multiple enemies, man. Nightmare. Especially these bow guys. They're just constantly working you. Really fucking annoying, man. Looked away. Oh, maybe that's where they got him from. Ubisoft. What is this glitchy bullshit, dude? Oh my god.
Excellent work.
Jesus. Man, when you get a big group of enemies, this shit is a pain in the ass. I feel like you kind of just like need the slow mo. What? He's dead? Are you kidding me? What happened to Warrior Within where I just fucking roll right underneath it, man? God. I gotta redo this whole fucking POS section, dude. God. Fucking Jake is still all-timing, baby. Nothing worse than getting punished for fucking dog shit jank, man. Especially when it's redoing just long fight sections, man. Combat's so fucking boring, man. They just can't get it right, man. Like, it's at best, like, okay. Like, it's fine when there's not much of it. Like, just spamming QTs and then just getting lost in a throng of like 4 dudes or something is not really super fun. Not to mention the pathing on these guys is really fucking long, man. I haven't played the original Far Cry yet. Yeah, I kind of wish that some enemies just died quickly and weren't like stealth kills. Or like weren't like long QTs. Like you could just kind of flow between them a little bit. I get they want to like QTs are popular after God of War 1 and then they wanted to incorporate some kind of rewind synergy there, right? Like if you make a difficult QT then you might have to rewind it. So well, maybe it's too easy, but the problem is, yeah, it just ends up getting kind of fucking boring. It's a QT. And I mean nowadays especially QTs are really fucking overdone. And they're very tight too. They're not. Until you memorize the animations, you're not really gonna know half the time when they're coming. They're tight because then it makes you rewind. But yeah, they're just kind of like I'd rather do the QTs than have to actually fight, but that's not because I think the QTs are awesome, right? I think having a mix of enemies that go down easily and some enemies that need QTs, like that guy could, right? That's what some games nowadays will try to do a bit. Even though the combat's still very mashy, like super high health. Without the bow guys sometimes. I like that they bring something different to the combat, but when there's not really like a good answer for them other than just like roll towards them or fucking just like, I guess you could throw your weapon but that's not gonna kill them, then they kind of just end up being a solved thing. Like you always just have to like fight them first. So it's just you like running across the battlefield to get to these guys every single time and then just ignoring the melee. But if you ever like pin, then you gotta like you kind of want to like hit the melee, right? It kind of seems stupid to just ignore them, but then these get shot down, it ends up being kind of fucking pain. And not instantly die, please.
Let me know when you have the time to hear more.
Yeah, I don't know.
I leave off.
It's definitely an odd thing. It's not the worst thing ever, the QTE thing, but
should I continue from here?
having to sit there rewinding them half the time it's kind of old. These games in combat always just suck no matter what they try to do. And then the problem is the platforming's not really like that fun either. Like it looks cool enough and it's fun to kind of execute, or you know, once they add enough mechanics, puzzle your way through some of the platforming. It's not like there's really like a whole lot of like skill expression or any kind of cool stuff like that going on. I mean, people like them. There's good things about them for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely not.
You still have feelings for her. Admit it.
Farah and I went through so much together. Though she may not remember, I can never forget.
This one definitely has some improvements on the formula and stuff. Not the guy who just teased me anyways. I thought we were just safe when we were like higher up. I guess not. More archers. Me trying to move towards the guy to hit him with my weapon, but then that means the contextual fucking prompt actually thinks I'm trying to launch off a wall, right? Like, Warrior Within had a lot of that problem. I'm turning down this fucking music, dude. This hasn't had it as bad, but it's just one of the problems with contextual prompts and stuff. I mean, it's something you like kind of have to have in games. I don't think it's like a bad thing, right? Good example, like, you know, pushing blocks and like Ocarina of Time or something. Like there's only so many buttons on a controller and games can get pretty complicated.
Impressive.
But where they end up shit is where it feels like you don't have control of your actions as much.
The Dagger of Time. How did you come to possess that?
The
Here we
Dagger
go
of Time.
again.
I took it from the Vizier.
That traitor. He murdered my father, enslaved my people, imprisoned me. And all in the name of becoming some kind of god.
I know too well what he is capable of. But I intend to find him and punish him for what he has done to my kingdom.
You are the son of Shahraman? The Prince of Persia?
And you are the daughter of the Maharaja. We both seek the same thing. Perhaps we should journey together.
Perhaps. Provided you can keep up.
I grow tired of her little tests.
It is simply her way. I assure you, she will prove a valuable ally.
Yeah, it looks bad in cutscenes. When it's just moving around, it's not too bad. You know, like from here, it's like, it looks like it's, you know, neat little hair physics. But yeah, when it's like stuck on his face and they're zooming in on the textures. Yeah, exactly. It's one of those, like, despite them trying to animate the faces and the actions and the eyes and stuff, it looks really janky. Even compared to other stuff at the time. Even maybe stuff Ubisoft did themselves. I'm like, I don't remember like Young and Evil having this problem, but it's also a bit more stylized. So. Jesus, we've beaten on this guy for years. At least they give you more sand in this, so I can actually feel like I can use it in battles and stuff. Or everything, it's like I almost never use sand in battles. Can we skip fights in this game? In this series is fucking rancid, man. Or in this trilogy, at least. I shouldn't say the series. I don't remember the reboot enough. Like, I'm trying to adjust it however I can, man, but it's a fucking nightmare, dude. So the cutscenes, you can actually, funny enough, adjust that. I kind of want to turn it on never. I'm gonna turn it on seldom. I want to see what they wanted in the game, but if they're not that confident in it, to put an option to like lower the slow-mo. Then I feel like I'm rather just save the time instead of have a bunch of slow-mo, just have it feel a bit more like visceral is the word, but responsive, like quick kills, you know, looks cool. Moving on kind of thing to the next guy.
With the Dahaka defeated, the prince was slowly regaining pieces of his former self. The pressure and desperation which once drove him were gone. Grim as things seemed, there was now hope. Hope that peace could be restored to the land and to our tortured hero. But the Vizier's army still hunted him, and they grew more determined by the hour.
What? What is that thing?
It's the Vizier.
What's happened to him?
Something terrible.
Something wonderful.
Wait!
No!
Be happy that he is gone. You never would have stood a chance.
Oh, how silly of me. You're right. Perhaps we should surrender. Or turn away and leave the city. I know a lovely little island just a few weeks' journey from here. I'm sure by the time we return, this will all be sorted out.
If it comforts you to mock me, then by all means continue. But you are so focused on killing him, you've thrown strategy completely out the window. You could have died.
I suppose. But now we need to find a way to enter the temple. We're wasting time here.
That seems to be our best bet.
Like how he just didn't even feel like he was realistically trying to get over there. He's not like trying to climb down. He moves 2 feet over. No! Like he was, like the doors just shut on him or something. Just comes across as just odd. It's just the dissonance, man. And what they're going for and how it plays out.
You may not be able to see these creatures, but you can still hear them.
Okay.
Excellent work.
That's great. Where do we actually want to go? Am I just here to kill everyone? There we go. Whee. Loud. Trump would have killed him in the last game. Right, we're turning off
when you
this
have
thing.
time to hear more. Now, where did I leave off?
It worked! I'm going in!
I'm not sure I like how this girl is always charging ahead.
Fear not, she has already proved a valuable asset to us.
Where am I trying to be? Okay. How the fuck am I getting over there? supposed to be like pushing this and then jumping over there? Okay, that worked.
You know, I've been thinking about what Farah said earlier. She has a point. How do you plan to kill the Vizier? He's immortal now.
The dagger made him into what he is. It can unmake him.
I suppose we will know the truth of this soon enough.
You could make him.
Careful, these creatures seem to feed off the sands. Kill them before they steal any more from you.
Oh, I'm aiming this way, pressing the attack button. He just goes for the rock. I'm like almost dead, what the fuck? Are they draining my health too, man? I think some of these guys die in like a single hit. And then some of them die in like, like fucking 10 zillion hits, man. The damage balance on certain moves is fucking insane, man. That's the execute, really just actually executes in this, but it doesn't because we've used it on guys and they just got up before.
Please let me
Yeah, for real. It's like it's not even, it doesn't even change anything. Wait, never. Yeah, I guess it didn't confirm last time.
allow me to continue.
It's like only certain weapons can do some of this. I'm gonna remember weapon-specific combos. They don't even stand out really that much, each weapon. This poor spine, yeah. That's his thing, though. He's Mr. Dexterity, man. Can I just jump to this? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not really sure what we can actually pull off, man. He could only get up here from a wall run when he barely gets any extra height. Make this jump. Oh, okay. I figured, you know, he jumped diagonally, but... You can do some pretty long jumps in this shit. It's funny how there was a save point every 2 seconds before, and now there's like nothing. I've gotten like no heals in like 10 years. It's bizarre. The 2-kill ones are even tighter timing. You'd almost rather just do 2 singles, man. They get you up there in sand tanks pretty quick in this one. But for the best. It's weird and like where within where you don't even want to use your powers, which is like one of the few bits of spice in the fucking game. I'd rather be balanced around me using my powers a bit more. That hurts.
Tell me when you have time to hear more. Let's see. Where was I?
Just did fucking the goofy like pause story shit can fuck up. There's nothing like really cool or stylish about it. More annoying having to hear say shit every single time I pause. What am I hoping to do with this thing? Oh, I see.
Such a beautiful building.
Father built these gardens as a symbol of his love for our people. Once, all the kingdom was like this.
Try using these levers. If I can reach the other side, I might be able to find a way to open that door.
Okay. Brick wall, man. What did I do? Rotating.
Do you think you could move a little faster?
You're more than welcome to come down here and try it yourself. 7 years and still nothing's changed.
7 years? What are you talking about?
It's a figure of speech.
There is something very odd about you.
She has no idea.
Jesus, this dialogue, dude. Really is the quip. Wait, I'm at the wrong one now. They fucking ran me over here. God. That does remind me of some modern AAA shit. Quippy fucking...
Ah, we are making progress.
Wisecracking.
I think I see a bell in that tower. Perhaps if you can get me to the next balcony, I can sever its rope. You can use it to access the door switch.
Yeah, we know.
With my luck, it will probably trigger some terrible trap. Or summon sand monsters. Or bring about the end of the world.
Would it kill you to show a little optimism?
Experience has taught me wishful thinking only leads to disappointment.
Fucking fast forward through this character work here, man. Got the fucking pedal to the metal, man. I'm still one hit from death, man. It's been like 30 fucking minutes, man. God. I'm fucking like flipping over dudes shit, man. What even hit me there? One guy's sucking, the other guy's just fucking hanging out, man. And it's over. Awesome, dude. What is with the checkpoints in this, man? They go like every 3 minutes you get a heal, and then all of a sudden like 30 minutes without a heal. Like what? You might as well just kill yourself half the time, and at points you think are good checkpoints because they just get a full heal. And I'm already like super tired of the combat. Love that this whole puzzle's right before like 50 dogs, man. try not skip these cutscenes either. It's weird, where then you could skip them on the GameCube. Or you could fast forward them, but...
Would you like to hear more?
Okay, you can skip them here, just some you can't, for some reason. At least you can still. And the checkpoints are extra annoying, it's nice.
I'm impressed.
No health again. Where you like just kind of mash against them, and sometimes it works, but then like other times it doesn't. But like you don't really know when it's gonna work or not. It's like you just attack a couple times and just kind of walk away. Like sometimes things kill really quickly, and then other times it's just like it takes forever. So I'm like, oh, maybe I can kill this guy real quick with like a special move, but then like it just doesn't. Like you can execute, but like they'll still kind of hit you out of it. That's all bad. Not like it's a deep, complex system. It's just there's some inconsistencies here and there. Where are we going now? Where does she want to be? Can I even get back in here right now? Okay. Not really want to do this. I need to get back in the other one. I need to get back in there. Do I have to like go the long way? Do I have to personally get up here? Said something about the bell. Shoot down a bell. I mean, twisting these did about fuck all, so. What are we doing? I mean, I figure we have to get inside of the room we were just in, but way back. Or does she need to come back? She already has the option to. She glitched? I doubt it. Is there like a ball I can hit here, jump. Okay. Well, there's gotta be some way back over there, but maybe I can like climb this building here. Like a jump. I highly doubt you can just jump all the way over there. This feels like it should be just simple. I don't know if it's like bugged or what. Like she's supposed to shoot this bell, but she ran over there. It's like you'd think she'd have like an angle from here. I mean, you probably need to get to the other side and then she shoots the thing. Doesn't seem like really that wild of an idea, but oh, I gotta get back over there. Fucking thing. I'd like to think it's not bugged. I'd like to think I just have to actually get over there somehow, but like a button
If you
prompt?
require a break, by all means,
What the
allow me
fuck
to
up?
continue.
They didn't even say anything about the wolves attacking. Figured that was perfect quip time. Makes me wonder if it's like busted. Ooh, I don't want to have to look it up, but it might be broken. I'm not really seeing a whole lot else here. I feel like you're supposed to rotate that though, and she would get something from the other side, but how do I get back? Unless it's supposed to break with like an enemy. You can't just wall hang. I gotta find out if it's broken. I really don't see much else we can do right here. Oh, I almost hope it is, so I'm not just looking something up. I did look it up and the wall's buggy. The wall. How long have you been in this spot? I don't know. A bit. Well, first time I had no health and then I got killed and had to redo the whole puzzle. Now I'm stuck here because I think it's bugging out. Not that long. 20 minutes if that. This hole? Am I supposed to be able to like grab on? Oh, it just doesn't work half the time. Okay. Cool. I guess because I did it from the right side. Yeah, that was the first thing I tried. I was like, well, let me just go grab it, right? It just didn't work. He like flipped off at everything. That usually means that he's at the peak of his jump. I don't even think you can do like a smaller amount of it. Yeah, that's for like holding it completely. Just shitty, untested crap, man. Shame it's buggy, but at least we weren't like having to redo the whole thing again.
See? You did it!
We did it.
Oh, near the seam or something? I wonder if that's where I tried to do that before. Maybe. Couldn't think of any other explanation.
Wait! There are people hurt inside. We should help them.
Now is not the time, Prince. You can help all you want later.
Go, Farah. Tend to the wounded. I will catch up with you once I've dealt with the Vizier.
Yeah, I like how they just stopped having save points. Maybe take a break or something. Gotta be one soon, man. What a bizarre...
And so the prince and Farah separated. She sought to save lives, he to end them. For the prince intended to confront his enemy, and perhaps utilize the powerful warriors who had holed up inside the temple. His mind churned with thoughts of glorious vengeance. But something new as well. Descending into the depths, his thoughts kept returning to Farah. He wondered if she was thinking of him as well.
Okay.
Shall I continue my good?
Yeah, it's been on. You'll get like 30-40 minutes without a save. But at the beginning it was every 3 minutes. Which if the checkpoints are okay, it doesn't matter much, but it's the only place you can get healed. So. I'm kinda hungry. Kinda wanna take a fucking break. Too much fucking Prince of Persia lately. Well, I need to decide what's up. I don't know what time I need to be available tomorrow. I do got work. I was gonna try to go to bed early, but it wouldn't be for a bit still. I might take a short break and then do more of this. We'll see. Or it'll be a short day, we'll see what happens. But
we should move. Don't want to be discovered.
Yeah, this reminds me of a AAA game nowadays. Chatty, I have to like pause it. It's like not have fucking annoying chatter going on. Oh yeah? Cool, man. We'll have fun. Yeah, that's a different experience. Controller, comfy and all that. Depends on the game. Definitely like it. Anyways, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll probably be back for a few hours. Either way, we'll finish tomorrow, I think. And then we'll move on to probably Dirge Cerberus. Another shitty game, but at least that'll be Nomura shit. That could be interesting. Anyways, see you guys in a bit, or see you later. Thanks for hanging.